Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today is September 20th, 9:21 a.m. and I'm just doing this little golf course update here. We got chickens. Can you believe it? We've got chickens. So I'm just sitting out here doing some social media stuff here for the course, and I threw down some corn here for the chickens, and I was afraid they didn't survive the night, but they did. They did survive the night, so I'm pretty happy about that. Their wings are clipped and everything. They're about 2-year-old hens, and we just got our first egg from them yesterday. But we fenced in this area here for them to kind of roam around. It's pretty large, although they tend to like this area a little bit. I may make a path down to the water for them, so they can get down and just have a little bit more roaming area. But as you can see, without trying to scare the birds at all, we have the old Dallas flour mill as the Dallas flour mill replica as our little home base for the hens. So they have some nesting stations in there. They've got food and water in there as well, and some area to sleep. So next week I'm going to get a 20 by 10 foot fully enclosed shelter, so at night we don't have to worry about the fox, because I'm a little worried here that because we've got fox and coyote around along with birds of prey, that these poor little chickens could be taken out by those animals. So I don't want that to happen. Now, with that comes along the fact that I may have to upgrade their hutch, and if we get roosters, I may use this as a hutch for the roosters instead of for the hens, because of the fact that, you know, it's not really set up to be a egg laying station like some of the coops would be. And the coops don't have to be very big. They just need to be enough to have 4 to 6 hens, and that's it. But you can see that little cutie there is laying down. Oh, its little eyes are closed. And that's what we might do there. And we may honestly end up maybe changing where the pen goes, the fully enclosed pen. So my thinking is I'll let these birds out during the day when I'm at work, and then I'll have to, you know, just shoo them back in at night when we leave, which is totally okay. But they really like this corner a lot. They feel like it's a little bit more protected. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of junk in here as well, and some raspberry areas where they can kind of go around and run around once it dies off. So they should have more than enough room here to kind of tromp around and eat little grubs and whatever. But they seem pretty relaxed right now. They just really like this area. As you can see, the one walking right now is the matron of the bunch. She's kind of the leader. So yesterday she was going around and exploring. Now I think what happened, why I couldn't see them this morning when it was dark, I think they were perched up on this tree. I think they were perched up on that tree. So it's pretty cool to watch these little buggers, so they're quite interesting little birds. We got one of our neighbors is trying to trap 4 roosters that are on their property right now. So if that happens, then we have to be a little bit more careful. But with the hens and the roosters, because we just want eggs, we don't want fertilized eggs. So right now they're kind of just looking off into the distance. So I'm thinking here, maybe if I can expand the net or the fenced in area out a little bit more, that would be great. If we can get them down to the water, you can see that green area is water down there, then that would be really good. Now that would open it up to predators, but then again, the birds will make a fence into the water, so the birds can't, you know, the birds can't swim, they can't get out. But that's what we've got so far. These are just beautiful birds. They're eating the corn that I put out. They really like this corner. This little hen's sitting down. They're really enjoying life, but they need a little bit of a bigger area. And it would be nice to put them on the grass past this raspberry bush here, but the only problem with that being is that you've got, you know, paying customers probably don't want to see chickens out there, I would have to say. But we'll see as time goes on, as it gets a little bit less busy for me in the fall. Maybe I can start building a little bit more. But you can see there the chickens kind of like to dig. That one's digging. These are the coolest little critters. Oop. If you listen in the distance, you can hear some of our neighbors. Oh, that one's standing on one foot. Some of our neighbors around here have roosters, which is pretty cool. That one's standing on one foot. Yeah, there we go. So some of our neighbors have roosters, and I may just want one rooster for the fact that, or one or two, for the fact that, you know, they could offer maybe a little bit of protection or kind of a first line of defense here for these hens in case a fox were to come up or whatever. Oh, that one's sitting down. They just see any little bug and pick it up and eat it. They're quite funny animals. They would really love it if we put them on the grass, but eventually we'll make these little pens a little bit bigger. I've got a ton more of this fence here, and I'll kind of expand it here into the woods a little bit more and make it safe, and hopefully give them a little bit more of a sprawling area to go to. Honestly, what I'd like to do is expand this out a little bit more and go into the grass a little bit and build more of a good center here for the chickens to kind of walk around. This 4 number is pretty good right now. I don't think I really need any more, but they sure are fun to watch. I could sit here for hours just watching these little chickens. They're quite funny. And you may ask, why did I get the chickens? Well, see, some of our neighbors were getting rid of roosters, and I didn't want to let the roosters go to waste. So I texted one of my friends. I said, hey, you know how to get roosters? You know anybody getting rid of some chickens? Well, they were going to butcher these 4 chickens. And I said, well, no, wait a second. They said I could have them. So I'm like, oh, heck yeah, I'll take these chickens. So I took these 4 hens. They've survived so far, and now we get fresh eggs that we can use, and they're just fun to watch. Fun to take a little 10 or 15 minute break and watch the chickens start digging at stuff, because it's quite comical. And there you have it, folks. So I'm gonna sit here a little bit longer, watch the chickens, and get on with my day.
Are you throwing like a whole piece?
No.
Oh, look at little chunks.
Oh, here. Here's some more. You like it? You need some water now?
They're going after
Where's that water? Oh,
whoa, look at that one carrying the bread piece.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so I thought now you can keep all like these kind of scraps.
Yeah, feed it to the birds.
yep.
If those birds don't eat it, the blue jays will eat it.
Ooh.
Oh my. That one just hit the bird. Oh, that one's running. Oh my God.